weird stuff kept happening. Bowley reportedly talked about a 4-4-3 formation at one point when discussing tactics with Tuchel. But with Americans, it's not hard to believe that somebody might have pretended like they know more about something than they actually do. It was clear that this was going to be a roller coaster. The first big shock came early. Thomas Tuchel was sacked just a few games into the 2022-2023 season.
We have some very big and dramatic news from the world of football, which is that Chelsea Football Club have just sacked their manager, Thomas Tuchel. Obviously, Thomas Tuchel oversaw last night's unexpected defeat. 1-0 they lost in the Champions League to Dinamo Zagreb. That was actually Thomas Tuchel's 100th game in charge of Chelsea, and he said after the match, we're clearly not where we should be, and that is on me. So
this is the guy who had won them the Champions League, and he was loved by the fans. But behind the scenes, things were getting messy. One big issue was Bowley wanted Cristiano Ronaldo. Tuchel, having a brain, said no. And the relationship basically fell apart from there. Communications broke down, and Chelsea fired him in September. Fans were stunned. They were confused. A lot of them were very scared about the club's direction. Then came Graham Potter. Everyone sold this as a long-term project.
Chelsea have appointed Graham Potter as their new head coach, replacing Thomas Tuchel.
You had a smart English coach who had overachieved with Brighton. He had modern ideas. He was good with the young player. And in all fairness, he actually started well. Chelsea went 9 games unbeaten and even beat AC Milan twice in the Champions League. But that good run didn't last. By January, Chelsea had brought in so many players that Potter couldn't even pick a consistent starting 11. Injuries, low confidence, and constant pressure killed the atmosphere. The breaking point was the 4-1 loss to Brighton, Graham Potter's old team, and everything snowballed from there. Chelsea kept sliding down the table, fans were booing at home games, and the whole place felt miserable.
Get on! Get on! Guys, it's enough! 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 Enough of that Graham asshole Potter!
By April, Chelsea were stuck in 11th place, and Potter looked totally overwhelmed. Bowley finally sacked him.
Graham Potter, he has been sacked by Chelsea this Sunday evening. This news just released in the last few seconds by the club following that home defeat to Aston Villa on Saturday, which left Chelsea in the bottom half of the Premier League table.
Potter left with just 12 wins in 31 games, which for a squad that expensive and at the level of Chelsea is brutal. To calm things down, the Blues did the most Chelsea thing ever. They brought Frank Lampard back as interim manager. Fans hoped that his presence would fix things, to at least make the team enjoyable to watch towards the tail end of the season. It didn't. Lampard even admitted that the job felt like babysitting a broken team. Chelsea lost 8 out of 11 games with him. They finished the season in 12th with just 44 points, the lowest total the club had ever had in the Premier League. They only scored 38 league goals all year and had a negative goal difference. It was officially their worst Premier League season ever. Finishing bottom half also meant no European football for the first time in over 20 years. 2 years ago, they were Champions League winners. Now, they look like Ange's Tottenham.
It's just who we are, man.
So going into the summer of 2023, everyone knew that Chelsea needed a full reset. They needed a new plan, new structure, and someone who actually knew how to run the football side. Bowley took a step back, hired proper sporting directors, and the club made a huge decision. They brought in Mauricio Pochettino. He was supposed to steady the ship and bring some normal football back after the chaos. Fans were cautiously optimistic. After the disaster of a season they just watched, anything stable sounded like heaven. But Chelsea still had a long, messy road ahead. When Mauricio Pochettino showed up in the summer of 2023, his job was very clear. Fix the mess and make Chelsea look like a real football team again. He had the resume for it. Former Spurs and PSG manager. He was great with young players, had a calm personality. Everybody remembered how good his Spurs teams were. Chelsea needed somebody exactly like that. The squad was full of young, raw talents who needed direction. The first big difference under Poch happened behind the scenes. Unlike the wild, unplanned shopping sprees from the previous seasons, the 2023 summer window actually had some structure to it. The new sporting directors worked closely with Poch to trim the squad down and get rid of big names who didn't fit the project. Dave, Conte, and Kovacic all moved on. Chelsea kept leaning into their young squad plan too, spending over £400 million on players under 25. Caicedo arrived for a record fee, Nkunku was brought in for creativity, and Nicholas Jackson came in as a young striker option. Of course, the squad was still massive. Poch had to split training into 2 separate groups because he just had so many different players. It was a little crazy, but at least this time there was a plan. As for the results, well, the start of the 2023-2024 season was rocky. Chelsea weren't magically going to go from 12th to title challengers overnight. They were still inconsistent, still dropping silly points. And their new signing Nkunku got injured before the season even started, which was a huge blow. That basically left Chelsea without a proper goal scorer for the first stretch of the season. Of course, luckily for them, Palmer ended up stepping up. In the beginning of the season, Chelsea sat around mid-table, and fans had a moment of panic again. Were they really going to have back-to-back seasons in the bottom half of the table? But the key difference, compared to the Potter-era mess, was that things were improving slowly. The vibes behind the scene weren't toxic anymore. The players looked fitter, the system made more sense, the young guys started growing into their roles. Pochettino didn't panic. He stayed calm and steady, and I believe that helped the squad settle. After the final break, Chelsea finally started to get into their rhythm. They went on a big run in the Carabao Cup, making it all the way to the final. They also reached the FA Cup semi-final. Even though they didn't win either competition, just getting deeper into both tournaments was a huge step forward compared to the year before. It showed that the team could actually compete again. Their league form picked up too. Chelsea put together a strong end to the season, winning 5 in a row to finish the year. And on the final day, they beat Bournemouth 2-1 to secure 6th place. Sure, it wasn't title-challenging football, but considering how low they were 12 months earlier, it was a massive improvement. 6th place meant European football was back. They were scoring goals again, and the team looked alive. It was a season with plenty of struggles, but one that ended on a genuinely positive note. Chelsea fans can finally feel like their club had a future again. But because this is Chelsea, the drama wasn't finished. Even though the team improved, Pochettino didn't sound super confident about his future in the end of the season interview. He said stuff like, "My future's up to the owners," which felt weird. Rumors spread that he and the board didn't fully agree on what the next steps of the rebuild should look like. Maybe Pochettino wanted more control, or the board simply didn't see him as a long-term candidate for what they wanted in their project. Who knows? Whatever the real story was, Chelsea announced just days after the season ended that Pochettino was leaving by mutual consent. After 11 months, the partnership was over.
Big breaking news this evening comes from Chelsea. Carve Solocol. Mauricio Pochettino is leaving Chelsea by mutual agreement. But what happened basically is the season ended yesterday. He had his meeting with the two sporting directors at Chelsea. They both felt that things weren't working. They were on different paths, and that is why they have decided that Mauricio Pochettino is going to leave the club.
Naturally, a lot of fans were surprised. It looked like Poch had earned another season, but the split seemed amicable. Pochettino thanked the owners and said the club was in a good place to keep growing. And to be honest, he was right. Chelsea were in a much better position when he left than when he first got there. He brought professionalism back. He gave the young squad structure and confidence. He made the club feel stable again. So even though he left quickly, he very much laid the foundation. And those foundations were exactly what Chelsea needed for the real comeback that was about to happen next.
While to get this one over the line, but Enzo Maresca is set to be announced as the new Chelsea head coach today on a 5-year contract. Maresca was Chelsea's number one choice on a shortlist that included Thomas Frank, Kieran McKenna and Roberto De Zerbi.
When Enzo Maresca showed up in the summer of 2024, most casual fans didn't really know who he was. He wasn't a big name. He wasn't a superstar manager. He was Pep Guardiola's former assistant, so a lot of people thought he just chicken farmed Pep. He had just taken Leicester back to the Premier League, but that's basically all the headlines people knew. So when Chelsea replaced Pochettino with him, it felt like a gamble. A young coach with a very specific style stepping into one of the most chaotic projects in football. Realistically, it could have gone either way. But from the moment that the Italian Lex Luthor arrived, you could tell that he was different. He brought his own energy, his own vision, and it clicked with Chelsea's young squad pretty much right away. Since he used to be an academy coach at Manchester City, Maresca didn't see their age as a weakness. He literally told the players that being young made them dangerous. That way they could be the fittest team, the hungriest team, and the most fearless. And he wasn't lying. Chelsea often fielded a starting 11 with an average age of around 23, sometimes even younger. They basically rolled out the youngest Premier League team ever and told the rest of the league, deal with it. Tactically, Maresca brought the Pep influence that everyone expected. Possession, inverted fullbacks, building from the back, pressing, but it wasn't a copy-paste. He added his own twist. His style had more aggression, more freedom for the attacker. It was like Pep ball, but with a shot of Red Bull. Chelsea also helped him make smart signings. Pedro Neto came in and immediately gave the attack some Premier League experience. Cole Palmer, who wasn't a new signing, went up another level under Maresca. He became the team's main creator. Now you have other players who come in like Joao Pedro and Esteban. Not to mention that Reece James has been the fittest he's ever been under Maresca. The start of the 2024-2025 season wasn't perfect though. Chelsea lost 2-0 to Man City on opening day, and people immediately started doubting the decision to hire Maresca. But instead of panicking, he doubled down on his ideas. After that game, he even said that Chelsea were similar, if not better than City in certain phases. He, of course, actually ended up being right that season. And whether or not people agreed or not with him at the time, it gave the players massive belief. As the season went on, Chelsea climbed up the table. They put together some nice unbeaten stretches. At one point, they were the only team competing with Liverpool. And by spring, they were right in the mix for the top four. They eventually finished fourth and qualified for the Champions League, which is crazy when you remember that the team had finished 12th just 2 seasons earlier. But it wasn't just about getting UCL. It was also impressive how Chelsea were playing. They were beating big teams again. They were putting on some incredible performances. I mean, what these guys did to Spurs, it was beautiful to watch. Sure, they weren't perfect. They were still inconsistent. They still are inconsistent. But the ceiling was very clear. On their day, these guys can beat anyone. And then came the trophy. The Conference League wasn't exactly the competition that Chelsea fans were dreaming about, but Maresca treated it like it was the Champions League. Chelsea went all the way to the final, smashed Real Betis 4-1, and lifted the trophy. Yes, it might have been the third tier of European competition, but for a young squad trying to build confidence, it was special. People forget, but a lot of players on that Chelsea squad had never won an actual trophy before. It was also
Nah, soccer is crazy, bro. It's football, bro.
and it completed a cool bit of history. They became the first club ever to win all 5 major European trophies. Then the Club World Cup happened, and that's when everything exploded. This was a new tournament, but it wasn't some small tournament. It had some of the best clubs from every continent, and Chelsea somehow made it to the final against Paris Saint-Germain, the Champions League winners, and the best team in the world at the time. Those Eiffel Tower-loving freaks were chasing 7 trophies. They were stacked with stars. They had the Ballon d'Or winner. Everyone expected Chelsea to just get rolled over. Instead, Chelsea absolutely destroyed the croissant lovers. A 3-0 win, 3 goals before halftime, a total domination. It was a full-on tactical masterclass from Maresca. Chelsea pressed PSG to death. They went man-to-man all over the pitch and never let any of their big names breathe. Cole Palmer, of course, stole the show with 2 goals and an assist. Pedro Neto did unbelievable defensive work on Hakimi. Gusto destroyed Nuno Mendes. Joao Pedro looked like Ronaldinho, and Caicedo ate up the entire PSG midfield. It was the kind of performance that made other teams sit up and say, oh damn, this Chelsea team is actually dangerous again. As a result, Chelsea were Club World Cup champions, their second trophy under Maresca.
It's dead, I think, still.
A team that had been mocked and doubted was suddenly lifting
Just get it, just
on the world stage. You better have been wearing a Chelsea jersey when they won. If you
the
don't have
pigs
one,
be
get
having
yourself
with
one
the
from
much insight
buygamejers.com
and
and use code PENTALKS
waving
at
blue
checkout. By the
fleece
end of
blue.
2025, Chelsea had won 2 trophies, finished top 4,
The
and
pigs were pigs.
fans, rivals, pundits, everyone saw that something real was happening at Stamford Bridge. That fear factor was back. Now, Chelsea weren't the finished article yet. They still earned. I think they need a good goalkeeper because Sanchez isn't it, and I think they need better center backs. But the foundation is too strong to ignore. Now, in a new season, Chelsea are contenders again. Sure, they draw points here and there because of their young squad, but when they're on their game, nobody wants to
How you doing?
they can beat anybody. Now, of course,
Been chilling.
they can dominate PSG, but then go and draw Karabakh. But it's still progress because a few years ago they would have lost both of these games. The whole vibe around Chelsea had split. They're no longer the clueless and messy team that people mock. The rival fans that made fun of them, well, now they will quietly admit that they're scared of what Chelsea are becoming. The Blues fell apart, then rebuilt, then rose again way faster than anyone expected. Pochettino started the repair job, Maresca finished it, and he's taking them levels higher. He's made Chelsea fun, fearless, and terrifying again. To see just how good this Chelsea
3-1.
team can be,
Yes,
you
sir.
have to check out this video right here. Chelsea has a bit of a love story with Italian managers. Pretty much every time a pasta lover has taken charge at Stamford Bridge, success has followed.
Roberto Di Matteo leads the celebrations. It's Chelsea's year.
It's almost like there's a special connection between the club and the Italian way of football. From Ancelotti's calm control, to Conte's fire, to Sarri's cigarettes, to Di Matteo's fairy tale run, and now Maresca's promising start, each has brought something unique but equally effective to the Blues. In fact, every single one of them managed to win silverware, often in their very first season. But what makes this connection between Chelsea and Italian managers so strong? What is it about their Mamma Mia style that just works in West London? When we speak about Italian managers, we have to start with Claudio Ranieri. Now, he didn't win any major piece of silverware like the guys that we'll discuss later, but he played a huge role in shaping the Chelsea we know today. He built the foundation for future success, guiding the team to a top 4 finish and even a Champions League semi-final in its final season. That run helped attract Roman Abramovich's investments, which completely changed the club's future. Unfortunately, Ranieri was let go before he could enjoy the rewards of that new era, but during his time he made some key moves. He was the one who signed Frank Lampard and gave young talents like John Terry more opportunities. By the time he left, Chelsea was stronger, more competitive, and ready to take the next big step. After Ranieri laid the foundation, Chelsea didn't have to wait long for another Italian manager to make a huge impact. This time it was Carlo Ancelotti.
Player props and game ones.
Chelsea 2009, he already had a
Talking about betting and shit.
right away. In his very
Over and unders.
history by leading Chelsea to their first ever domestic double, winning both the Premier League and the FA Cup. And it wasn't just impressive that they were winning, it's about how they won games. His Chelsea team played some of the most entertaining attacking football that fans had ever seen at Stamford Bridge. They scored goals for fun. They had 103 goals scored in the league, which broke records at the time. There were multiple games where they smashed teams for 6 or 7 goals. Like on the final day of the season, they put 8 goals past Wigan to lift the title.
Chelsea champions. Blue emphatically the colour. Carlo Ancelotti, in his first season of English football, has guided this club back to where it wants to be.
Drogba and Lampard were unstoppable that year. Drogba bagged 29 league goals and 13 assists, while Lampard added 22 goals and 16 assists. It was attacking football at its best. One of Ancelotti's biggest strengths was his flexibility. He didn't stubbornly stick to one system. Instead, he adapted to whatever got the best out of his players. He started the 2009-2010 season with a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond formation, with either John Obi Mikel or Essien sitting deep, with Ballack and Lampard driving the midfield, and Deco pulling the strings behind the two strikers. Usually it was Drogba and Anelka. It worked beautifully at first, with Chelsea tearing apart teams every week. But when opponents began to figure out the diamond's lack of width, Ancelotti didn't hesitate to switch things up. When Drogba left for the African Cup of Nations, he changed to a 4-3-2-1 Christmas tree setup, with Anelka leading the line. Then later in the season, he shifted again to a 4-3-3, giving the team more width by bringing in Malouda on the left wing, a move that paid off massively. Malouda finished with 12 goals and 10 assists, stretching defenses and giving Chelsea another dimension. Sometimes Ancelotti even went for a full-on attacking 4-2-3-1 with Drogba, Anelka, Malouda, and Kalou all starting together. What really made Ancelotti stand out was his willingness to listen and adjust. He valued his players' input, just like he had done at AC Milan, where he once tried Andrea Pirlo's idea of playing him deeper, which very much changed his career. That open-mindedness carried over to Chelsea. Instead of forcing one system, he built tactics around the squad's strengths, and it worked wonders. Ancelotti's personality was another reason his time at Chelsea was so successful. He was calm, collected, and always seemed in control. Very little shouting, no drama, just a raised eyebrow and very quiet confidence. Pretty much the polar opposite of Mourinho. Players loved playing for him because he trusted them. He treated his squad like professionals and friends at the same time, which helped create this positive dressing room environment. This is why the big personalities like Drogba, Lampard, and Terry all thrived under him, because Ancelotti had dealt with world-class players and huge egos at Milan, so managing them at Chelsea was just second nature. He gave the players freedom, but held them accountable. And when things got tough, he didn't panic. It was his composure that kept everyone focused. Roman, at the time, wanted Chelsea to have a clear...
Shit, I've been doing good, bro. Been doing good. Been chilling. Been chilling.
Fast, fluid attacking football, which is exactly what Abramovich dreamed of. And of course, the results
Get in there.
spoke for themselves. They won the league with a record 30 wins out of 38 games, and then added the FA Cup for good measure. They went on a 13-game winning streak at one point, and kept 10 clean sheets during that run.
How about you, bro? How you doing?
Season didn't go as well. Chelsea finished second and didn't win a trophy, and the club standards were high, so Ancelotti was partially sacked right after the final game of the season. But despite only being at Chelsea for 2 years, Ancelotti left a lasting mark. His team played with confidence, with freedom, and a lot of flair. Fans still talk about the football played in that 2009-2010 season. In the history of Chelsea's Italian managers, Don Carlo set the bar for how to win with both results and beauty. After Ancelotti's calm brilliance came another Italian, Roberto Di Matteo. Now, he might not have arrived with the reputation of a superstar coach, but what he achieved in a few months will forever be etched in Chelsea's history. Di Matteo's story is pure football magic. A former Chelsea midfielder and club favorite, he started the 2011-2012 season as an assistant to Andre Villas-Boas. When AVB was sacked mid-season, Di Matteo was thrown into the caretaker role. And what happened next, well, it feels like something out of a movie. In just a few months, he guided Chelsea to win both the FA Cup and the Champions League. It's hard to put into words how unbelievable that Champions League run was. Chelsea looked finished after losing 3-1 to Napoli in the round of 16 first leg. But under Di Matteo, they produced a stunning comeback at Stamford Bridge, then somehow knocked out Barcelona the best team in the world at that time. They had Messi, who was scoring 91 goals in a calendar year. They had Pep Guardiola, Xavi, and Iniesta, and yet Chelsea beat them. No one's had the feel of that Ramirez chip or Fernando Torres going by Victor Valdez. And then to top it off even further, they went on to beat Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena in the final. Di Matteo had done something that no one expected to do. He delivered the one trophy that Chelsea had been chasing for years, a European Championship. What's great about him is that he didn't try and reinvent the wheel tactically. He knew Chelsea's strength was in their experience and defensive discipline, so he set up the team to be compact, organized, and hard to beat. He mostly used a 4-2-3-1 formation that at times would turn into a 4-4-1-1. The two holding midfielders, who were usually Lampard and Obi Mikel, sat deep to protect the back line, while players like Ramirez and Kalou worked tirelessly to track back and help out defensively. Against the big boys, especially in the Champions League, Chelsea were often outpossessed. For example, against Barcelona, they barely had the ball, yet they still won. In the return leg at the Camp Nou, they played over 50 minutes with 10 men after John Terry was sent off, and they still managed a 2-2 draw that sent them through. In the final against Bayern, Chelsea had less than 40% possession and faced over 30 shots, yet their defenders threw themselves in front of everything. It wasn't pretty football, but it was pure determination and a defensive mastery that the Italians would be proud of. The other great thing about Di Matteo was that he wasn't afraid to make bold moves. When Bayern took the lead in the final, he subbed on Fernando Torres to go two up front, and minutes later, Drogba scored the equalizer and forced extra time. He also surprised everyone by starting Ryan Bertrand, a young left back, as a left midfielder to help deal with Arjen Robben. It was a clever move that made Chelsea better defensively and showed Di Matteo's eye for detail. But as tactically smart as he was, Di Matteo's biggest strength was his people skill. He took a divided and demoralized squad and brought everyone back together. Under Villas-Boas, senior players like Lampard, Drogba, and Ashley Cole had felt pushed aside, but Di Matteo, being a former player who understood the club's culture, immediately restored their trust and made them central to his plans. He gave Lampard a deeper role, he re-energized Drogba, and showed belief in the experienced core that had won so much before. Players loved playing for him because he treated them with respect and kept things simple. Every player bought in and fought like it was their last game. Drogba, in particular, produced some of the greatest performances of his career, scoring decisive goals in the FA Cup and Champions League finals. Even French players like Bosingwa stepped up in huge moments. But the fairy tale didn't last long. The next season started well, but soon fell apart. Chelsea struggled in the Champions League group stage, and Di Matteo was ruthlessly sacked just months after winning Europe's biggest trophy. It felt cruel, but that's Chelsea for you. Success is expected, but not celebrated for long. While the previous Italian managers had been calm, the next Italian manager came with the fire and intensity you only get from the lasagna tunnel. When Antonio Conte took charge in 2016, Chelsea were in chaos after finishing 10th in the previous season. They looked lost, but Conte turned everything around in record time. From the moment he arrived, he brought a new energy to the club. In his first season, he led Chelsea to one of the greatest title wins in Premier League history, taking a struggling team and turning them into champions. The Blues won 30 out of 38 league matches, a record at the time, and clinched the title with 2 games to spare. They went on a 13-game winning streak and combined ruthless attacking football with rock-solid defending. They weren't just winning games, they were dominating. And the man behind it all was Conte, whose tactical switch formation completely changed English football. Early on, things weren't actually looking good. Chelsea had just been beaten badly by Liverpool and Arsenal, and it was clear something needed to change. During the Arsenal match, Conte had seen enough. He switched to a back three mid-game, and even though Chelsea lost that day, the second half showed a lot of promise. From that point onward, Conte stuck with the 3-4-3 and transformed everything. With the 3 center backs, usually Cahill, David Luiz, and Dave, Chelsea became much more solid defensively. Marcus Alonso and Victor Moses were reinvented as wingbacks, and both flourished in their new roles. Alonso's left foot and stamina made him perfect for the system, and Moses, who was once considered a squad player, became one of the team's hardest workers, running tirelessly up and down the right flank. In midfield, Conte and Nemanja Matic provided the perfect balance of energy and control. And then up front, Eden Hazard and Diego Costa were unplayable. Hazard was free to drift and create, while Costa bullied the defenders and finished everything that came his way. The results were incredible. During that 13-game winning run, Chelsea scored 25 goals and conceded just 2. The 3-4-3 system gave them both balance and goals. In his second season, Conte tried to evolve the system into a 3-5-2, giving the team more midfield control, but sacrificing some attacking flair. Unfortunately, it didn't work quite as well. Chelsea became more predictable and the results dipped. But the tactical boldness that defined his first year still stood out. If Ancelotti was calm and composed, Conte was pure emotion. On the touchline, this guy is like he'd done a line of coke, shouting instructions, leaping into the crowd,
69?
celebrating every goal like a fan. Chelsea supporters loved it. They saw his passion and fed off of it. The players did too. Conte's training sessions were intense and detail-focused, full of drills and repetition, but the squad respected him because they could see the results. He rebuilt belief in a team that had fallen apart the season before. Players like Gary Cahill said that Conte made them feel unbeatable if they stuck to his plan. His honesty also stood out. He was direct, clear, and never sugarcoated things. That honesty, though, could also cause friction. Reportedly, after winning the league, Conte texted Diego Costa to tell him he wasn't a part of his future plans. And Costa, he didn't take it very well. The fallout was messy and public.
Oh no. This dude. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with this position.
Conte also clashed with the board over transfers, feeling he wasn't backed enough to strengthen
Fuck it,
the
we should
squad.
do
Those
this.
disagreements created a lot of tension during his second year. Still, though, his passion was undeniable. He lived and breathed every game, and that emotional connection with the fans and players was something few managers could replicate. And even though the second season was poor, that first season was historic. After Conte's fiery reign came another Italian, but one who couldn't have been more different. While Conte was all about energy and emotion, Sarri was about being calm, methodical, and all about his system. When he joined Chelsea in 2018, fans weren't sure what to expect. This guy was not a serial winner like his predecessor. He had actually never won a major trophy before, but he was known across Europe for something else, playing beautiful football. Sarri's year at Chelsea was a wild ride to say the
Fuck it.
least. It had
Fucking
highs, lows, and
park the
plenty of drama,
motherfucking
but
bus,
it ended the
dog.
way most Italian Chelsea stories do.
Park the whole team in the back. Cautious, fuck no, very defensive.
In his one and only season in charge, Sarri guided Chelsea to the Europa League title.
Oh yeah, time waste. Hell yeah.
In the final in Baku. That was his first ever major trophy as a manager, and it capped off an unbeaten Europa League campaign. Domestically, Chelsea finished third in the Premier League, comfortably securing a return to the Champions League. They even reached the League Cup final, though they lost to Manchester City on penalties. But that game will forever be remembered for what Kepa did and not the results.
High press. Nah, what the fuck? Yeah, nah, we do mid block. Center back. Man, we're parking the bus, bro. Nah, we ain't do none of that. Do wing back on that. Wing back. Box to box. Yeah, we do that. No, fuck that. Do center midfield. Winger. Was signed to orchestrate play from deep. To make room for him, Sarri actually moved Conte, who was their best defensive midfielder, into a more advanced role. It was a controversial change, but for Sarri, it was essential to keep the system intact. In attack, Hazard was given more freedom on the left and he thrived. He finished the season as the leading top assist provider and one of the best players in Europe. The fullbacks pushed high, the wingers cut inside, and the midfielders all worked together to recycle the ball and dominate possession. Now, it's a channeled. Yeah, channel.
Unbeaten in their first 12 league games. The best start ever for a
DM.
manager at the time. Sorry for bringing something fresh
Yeah.
but as the season went on, teams
We do that.
started man-marking Jorginho, cutting off the team's passing rhythm. And
If we're not scoring mad goals, fuck that. We're going to the fucking 5 attack. Lock it. Oh, no. Hold up. Oh, hell no. Where's Cuckoo at, bro? Nah, Cuckoo's hurt too? Hold up, who's hurt? 3 players. 7 days, 2 days, so lost. Yeah, we'll do that. a motivator in the emotional sense, but he did improve individually. Ruben loftus cheek for example, became before his injury, and Cal Hudson-Odoi broke into the first team under Sarri. Still, though, his time wasn't without controversy. That Kepa incident in the League Cup final, when the goalie refused to be subbed, became one of the most infamous moments in modern Chelsea history. Sarri was furious on the sideline and nearly stormed off before regaining his composure. On top of that, his relationship with the fans never fully recovered. Even as results improved towards the end of the season, many supporters struggled to warm up to his robotic, possession-heavy approach. By May, when Chelsea won the Europa League, there was still a sense that the connection wasn't quite there. Still, though, Sarri's Chelsea era is remembered as a short but successful year. He continued the Italian tradition at Chelsea, arrived, won a trophy, and then leave after a season or two. But unlike the others, he did it in his own way. After Sarri's
Got a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Chelsea went through years of instability.
Oh my shit, bro. 5 in a fucking bag, bro.
Many thought Chelsea were back under Thomas Tuchel, but then he was sacked by the Americans. So in 2024,
Nah, not the Americans. Not the fucking Americanos. Not the Americanos. Bro, I forgot to put the audio out, bro. Oh, hell no, we're not doing all that. Oh, now we're about to get hit with a crazy counter attack. Pass. In the middle. Pass in the middle. Oh my, Reese. What the? Come on, Reese. Gotta fucking shoot that shit. Hey, man, you want that fucking happening noise, bro? That shit just. I gotta sit down my TV, bro. That shit. I'm not gonna be shaking my screen up, bro. Holy shit, we ain't doing shit. We doing something, but we ain't doing nothing. We gotta attack it for no reason, bro. Holy shit, we about to put the other one, bro. I wonder if I should do extender or dynamic. Oh my god. What the fuck was that, Palmer? Why are you even that low? Oh my god, get in. Pass it. Pass. Don't even shoot. Oh my god. Don't listen to me. Shoot that shit. What the fuck? Show the replay on that. It's not. Aw, man. The replays. Man, our fucking defense is fucking shit. I feel like we ain't getting that fucking type of highlights. We ain't dynamic. That's it. That was a crazy shot, man. I'm about getting. I just feel like we not attacking as much. I'm fucking disappointed on these motherfuckers, man. Holy shit, I even got dynamic. Oh wait, my boy James. I fucking greedy that shit. Pass. Oh my god. Who shot that? Enzo? Man, hold on, man. I know he didn't shoot that. Okay, wait, I can change it. Play structure. Yeah, I got shoot less, bro. Let me build up on that. I think that's a stupid hot take. That was, What even happened, bro? Yes. Oh, Brody got hurt. Nah. How the fuck we hurt him? This motherfucker tackled us. Fuck that shit, bro. Fuck the sportsman shit. Nah, bro. He's faking an injury, bro. Wasting time, bro. Shit good for us. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? Ah, sportsmanship. I ain't gonna lie, fuck that sportsmanship. Holy shit, GGMU is fucking ass. Oh my god. Yo, don't I have gang press? Fucking press. Like, what is this? We're not pressing. Oh my god, Enzo. What the fuck? Oh my god, Jorgensen. Fucking go, dude. Fucking go. Oh, we should not be struggling against fucking Crystal Palace like this. We're making some substitute, man. Brancho, we going in. Oh, we going in. No. Nah, yeah. Santos, you going in. We're using our five. Best up. Nah, yeah. It's even worse on the PC. Like, it's not worse, but it's way crazier on the PC. This is dumbed down. That's the crazy part. I enjoy the PC one more. You get, I was modding that. That's a goal. He's on side. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, but he's on side. Wait. Wait. Now I gotta see the line. I see the line. Don't even show his fucking line. Fucking go. It really just depends on the league. Or like how everything go. It just fucking sucks. Oh, they show us there. They ain't doing all that. Holy shit, bro. We get it, bro. I low-key want to do a USA one now, bro. USA. Oh my god. I'm in that city. Jesus, right? Oh, hell no. Oh my god. What the fuck happened? Nah. We ain't doing this. Fucking send them all up. Fuck this. Send the whole fucking nation up there. A fucking tag. Fuck this. What the fuck did I just watch? I got Esteban fucking dying over here. Whoa. Bro, how the fuck did we concede in fucking 1 minute? What the fuck? I'm getting tweaking. Warranty. Fucking hurt and shit too. What the fuck's this camera angle? Am I tripping? I gotta fuck with it low key though. Not really. It feels a little bit more than this. Oh my god, Gustavo. Wait, cross. Oh! Nah. Oh, you're lying. He did not make that. What the fuck? Nah. Oh my god. Park the fucking bus. Send everybody fucking back. Wait, not. Yeah, park the bus. Send, Park the bus. We're getting this point. Park the bus. Mm-mm. Yeah, bro, 12 shots on target is D's. Oh, nah. I think I fucked up parking up to the bus. Yes. This game. Time waste. Yes, sir. I should not be struggling like this. With a team of this caliber. Nah, we need to fucking regroup. We need to fucking regroup. That's all I know. Who we play next? West Ham? Nah, low key. No. I don't fucking like this tactic at all. That shit is fucking mid. Send this shit to the fucking god. Wait. The fuck's different. Slower temp attacks requires a high level of technical quality. Control possession. I got too much on PS God. Let me just save this progress. Chelsea. Fucking Chelsea. Yeah, save that shit. Thing is, what? I'm trying to be near. Whoa, what the fuck? I don't know. We ain't doing all that. Go to fucking England. Load database. 63,000. Shit gonna make my shit slow. You wanna? Mm, I really wanted to do a Chelsea safe, but nah, I think I'll get bored as hell off that. Uh, Bournemouth would be interesting. I don't think Bournemouth has never won a trophy. I gotta see like how they play though. Okay, they got. I want to play something simple. Fuck, it would be Bournemouth. They got no Europe. Don't matter. None of that shit matters. None of that shit matters. I gotta change the title of the video somehow. I forgot how to do it. Let's make this fucking tactic. I gotta see who's in this team though. They already got Gegenpress. 26 players. Okay. Okay. Damn. 30 center backs. 2 left backs. 2 right backs. So we can't play a 3 back. Because we barely even got depth in that. We got 2 DMs. We could do 2 DMs. We're gonna run 1 striker. So something with a striker. Yeah, this is the new one. Yeah, this is like the up to date one. This came out like the first of the month. It was like on a 2 year delay. They gave us this. They gave us what they could. They said. I ain't gonna lie, I already forgot the team. It's the midfielders I'm having trouble with. So 2 DMs, 2 DMs, midfield. Can he even play in the midfield? I mean, basically, I'll just play this. Like this, yeah. I don't like this stuff. Well, even make a difference? I do not want to do a game press though. I want to do like a tiki taka. Balance. If I do clean slate. So just 2 central mids. Still wouldn't make sense. What? Do a false nine, but he really won't play. So we'll have the wingers coming out from over here. Over here. Central mids right here. DM right here. Center back just chilling. Well, no fucking way I'm gonna do both. Holy shit. Yeah. Nah, yeah, they got this for like different they got it for like F1, like different type of sports. Yeah, a lot of people don't like it as much, but right when you get used to it, you get hooked. Boy, ain't gonna lie with you. I just a 4-4-2, two strikers. Does it have a 4-4-2? I don't like that. Park the bus. Nah, nah, we ain't parking the bus. We're not parking the bus. Nah, that don't got 4-4-2. Hell no. Let me just do this. Creating tactics. Clean slate. That. Because if we do that, the two center mids. Boom. 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 Oh, wait. Boom. Boom. They cut in. This shit. This shit could work too. I just want that tiki taka. I want that tiki taka right there. Like a 3-4. Oh fuck! Out of here! I'll be fucking cooked if I do that. That would probably be my best bet. Um, bro, I would have ran this if we had more center backs. Which one would I run though? hell no, it did not look like that in the tactic. Battlefield 6? Oh man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I did not like that game, bro. It was cool, but not my cup of tea. Nah, I'm gonna find between the lines. Do this. I just don't know if I want two DMs or two central mids. I'm gonna just do that. Do that, yeah. Take it too long making a fucking tactic and shit for this shit. Delete this shit. I'll do both these wing backs. Both these wing backs. Both these. I'm gonna just leave these how they are. Center mid, center mid. Inside forward. Inside forward. Channel. And keep this on balance. We're gonna do shorter passing. I really do not want to counter. Higher chance of giving the ball away. Back structure. Hold space allows the team, other team to regroup, lower the tempo. I am trying to do a lot of tiki taku. Take less time on the ball. Less likely. I should do standard. Doesn't build from attack as quickly as the tempo. Which leave down standard. Oh, it's the same thing. Shit. What the fuck? Do standard. I mean, we're not a top tier team. Stretch the play. Yeah, we do that. Time wasting, keep that on standard. Play for set pieces. Less attacking set pieces. Really not trying to play for set pieces. I could care less about set pieces. Requires a player with the expectation of 1v1, gives the ball away more often. No, we're not gonna do that. Most likely to get the ball away. Passes are harder to execute. Better ball routine. Play through the players. Where's ball routine? Requires a physical gifted player to play direct ball. Do that. Requires the technical gifted the center back. Do that. Defensive line. Wait, bro. I think I already got one like this. 69, right? It's too much fucking intensity on this shit. Yeah, bro. See, I'm not trying to get my players hurt, though. It's very Pacific. Wing back. shit. I'm fucking thinking and shit, bro. Center backs. Keep it simple or make it fucking just. Center backs. Okay, the intensity went up now. Alright, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. I just don't know if we're gonna go with balance, positive, or attacking. I was positive looking like we'll do positive. DM right there. Let's see it's her 5 months. Oh yeah, that's the whole season, buddy. 3 months? You can't inject them or something? But I already don't. Yeah, let's just don't let's skip through this. Yup. Responsibilities. Yup. 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 Welcome to Bournemouth. Yup. UK and Ireland. That's crazy. That's alright. Accept that. Care about that. Yeah. That's what I just did. Fucking this formation. Wait, let me. I want to remember what was this formation because I really enjoyed this formation for this save. It was the 69. Okay. I just want to make sure this is like the same 69. Yeah, because this one I enjoyed hella. Or bad.